I turn around, this motherfucker's still coming after me. Like, what? Hey everybody, it's Zai. So I have a bit of a more serious video to talk about right now. So something happened about a week ago from today. My recording date is Friday the 8th. So basically what had happened is I was out with my friends and they dropped me off at home after we were done doing whatever. I was locked out of my apartment. My key flew out of my wallet apparently at some point and I couldn't get in. And then my phone died. I texted my roommate, she wasn't here. My phone died, so I walked to my friend's house down the street. He didn't open the door, so I walked to the dorms, and my boyfriend lives at the dorms, so I was like, I'll just go sit on the couch in the hallway until the morning, because it was really fucking cold. The doors are locked, so some random guys let me in, and they were like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's going on? I told them I got locked out of my apartment. They said, hey, you can come hang out in our dorm, so I was like, cool, I guess it's better than sitting in the hallway. So I went in there and sat with them and they were cool. Like, they weren't bad or anything, they were cool. And then they were like, oh, we're gonna go to our friend's dorm, come on. So we went to his dorm. I sat in there and he looked at me. We were lightly talking. I asked him what his major was, what his parents do, and he immediately started asking me, what the fuck am I? He kept asking me, this was his words, are you a tranny? And I responded with, a tranny is a derogatory term for someone who is male to female. And also, that is not a word you should be using. That's like using the N-word, it's a slur. And this dude just laughed and I was like, why the fuck are you laughing? Basically, throughout the night, he kept randomly asking me, are you a tranny? Are you this? But throughout that, we discussed, I did admit to being gay. I was like, I'm gay, okay? Because he kept questioning me, like my voice was questionable to him, so he thought I was trans, which I obviously am, but I'd never admitted it to him. And then he started asking, oh, I've seen you with your partner, what are they? Is that a girl? Is that your girlfriend? Is that your boyfriend? I see you in the hallway. I see them use this restroom. Told them they're my boyfriend, and they're like, why do they use this restroom? Oh, why does their roommate use the men's restroom? I feel threatened by that. How the fuck are you threatened by someone using the shower in the restroom and that fucking hall is you? Like, they're not bothering you. Anyways, he was just very aggressive the whole time, the way he was talking, and I was very nice for some reason. I was trying to assure him, and then randomly out of nowhere he says, oh, I don't care if this hurts your feelings, but I hate gay people. And I'm like, oh fucking okay, I'm just sitting here. Leave me there, let me fucking live. And then he started to say they're a threat to his future family by the way the nation is going and how a lot of people are gay now. He was very angry for some reason, so I was trying to like calm him down. I was like, oh, it's okay, your kids probably won't be gay more than likely. You don't have anything to worry about. And that was just me trying to make him not mad and take it out on me, because he was obviously very aggressive. But yeah, your kids are probably gonna be gay, at least 3 of them. Thank you. And then we talked about our majors, and my major used to be ag, and now it's multimedia. And I was like, well, ag needs multimedia people. They need PR, they need advertising, they need videos, they need commercials. And then he's like, I'm sorry, but you can never get hired in ag for being gay. No one's gonna hire you. I was like, damn, I'm over here being nice, and you're this is the treatment I get. And then he kept asking me what me and my partner is, just randomly between the conversations. Are you guys trannies? Are you tranny? What the fuck? It weirds me out seeing you guys in the hallway because I don't know what you are. And I'm like, for one, that's none of your business. That's fucking creepy. And for 2, like, what's it to ya? Like, what, you want my dick? At one point I was like, do you want me to take out my dick? Do you want to touch my dick? Because it was getting that annoying. And then all of a sudden he was just like, talking about his dad, I was talking about my dad and just random shit, and he's like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I wanna punch you in the face, like 3 times in a row. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I changed the subject, because like obviously I don't want to get punched in the face. Oh, just to give you a little context, he's an ag major, viticulture, redneck, conservative, Republican, Christian. I asked him these things, and I even said, I respect those things about you, which is ironic because you don't respect anything about me, even though I'm being nice and not doing anything wrong. And then he randomly decided, conversation was not talking about this at all. He randomly decided to be like, oh, by the way, I hate N-words, like black people. And I was like, you're literally exposing yourself. I was thinking that in my head, but I didn't want to piss him off, so I was like, oh, is there a reason for that? And he was like, oh, the people at my school that were black always making trouble and this and that. On top of him admitting to being a homophobic, transphobic piece of shit, he also admitted to being racist, which was totally, all of this was out of context because I never brought up being LGBT, I never brought up anything like that. He just heard my voice, looked at me, and started questioning me in the first place. I never was okay with any of those questions either, and I kind of made it obvious. Anyways, a lot was said, a lot was said. I was in his dorm room with him, and the two boys that originally went in there with me, that brought me there, like picked off one by one and left, so it was just me, the shitty dude, and his best friend, which was on his side, also transphobic, homophobic piece of shit. Next to him, he was just a little more calm, less aggressive. So I was in the room with these motherfuckers, and you're like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? Because I'm gonna fucking stand my ground, and I'm only gonna leave when I have to. So yeah, one of my friends finally responded. She was like, come to my dorm, leave right now. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the right time. I don't want it to be like tense and me to like just awkwardly leave, etc. And then it was quiet for 20 minutes. We were just all three of us sitting in the room, the two dudes and me. And they were playing music, kind of listening to it and kind of singing along. And I was just on my phone, just like waiting for the right moment to leave. And then like 10 to 20 minutes later, the dude randomly says, we should fight. He stands up and comes at me. Unprovoked, we weren't even talking, like we calmed down. Like, I don't understand because it was like not like heated argument and he got mad. Like, he stood up, came at me, and his friend like put his hand in front of him and was just like, oh no, don't do that, don't da da da. And then I turned around and I ran my ass out of the room, and I ran all the way down the hall, and I got to the end of the hall for the staircase. I turned around, this motherfucker's still coming after me. Like, what? This dumb motherfucker is still coming after me, but his friends seem to still be trying to hold him back. But I ran down the stairs, I ran to my friend's dorm because she finally had woken up. I went in there and I was just angry. No one deserves that kind of treatment. So, I had a knife on me, and I'm not gonna lie, if he did, I didn't want him to hit me because I would have cut his ass up, and I didn't want to have to do that to another person, but it would have been in self-defense. So instead I ran. I reported this with the dorms, the people, like the administration of the dorms. I reported it with Title IX on my campus. I reported it with the gender center on my campus. I reported it to a trans support group, like the board members. They wrote a letter about me to Residence Hall about sanctions, about this dude's actions. But Residence Hall told me they're at least gonna move his room. They said they're not sure what other punishments they're gonna do, but they're at least gonna move his room, which isn't helping because one, he knows where my partner lives and my partner's roommate, because apparently he knows their bathroom schedules, what restrooms they use, and he knows where they live, and he sees us together even though I've never seen him a day in my life. And they're gonna move his room, so now I don't know where the fuck he is, and he knows where the fuck we are. So, don't know if that makes too much sense, but I'm pursuing it further. I told the Title IX, the lady with Title IX, I told her I'm pursuing this further. Because I'm not gonna put up with that, and I'm not gonna stand for that. Like, I'm not fucking scared. Like, I'll report your ass, and if you want to retaliate and if you want to come murder me, then come fucking do it. Come the fuck do it. I fucking dare you. Moral of the story, if anyone treats you like that, y'all, like, that's a hate crime. That's not okay. Report it. Report it to as many places as you can. If it's on your campus, report it to everything. To the police. If it's on campus, report it to Title IX, report it to, if you have a gender center or LGBT support, anything, report it to them. Even if they're not officials, they'll know who to report it to help you. If it's at the dorms, report it to the dorms administration. Just don't let people get away with that shit. That's not okay. And the more invisible these situations are, the less they're gonna get taken seriously. So I'm making a fucking uproar. Like, I'm reporting it to every fucking buddy in the vicinity. Because this is not okay, and this shit shouldn't happen, especially at school. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.